Happy Christmas, Chris, and happy Christmas to everyone out there. How's your preparation for Christmas going, then, Chris?
Well, firstly, can I say happy Christmas back to you, Gerald, and happy Christmas to everyone who's watching or listening, and especially happy Christmas to CCA members and supporters.
Indeed.
Preparation. Well, I think we're about as ready as I can be. So hopefully, COVID allowing,
yes,
we will have a nice peaceful, and hopefully healthy Christmas.
Yeah, and this video is really to provide everybody out there with a happy Christmas wish, and looking forward to the new year, and absolutely from everyone at CCA, we would wish you all a healthy and happy Christmas, and let's hope for a really great 2022. On that note, Chris, I mean, this is traditionally the time. This is, if you like, the Christian Festival of Light, and recording this on the winter solstice, and this is the time when we look forward to renewal, and the birth of new hope, and look back at what's gone before. And how do you think the last year has gone for CCA?
Well, CCA, like everybody else, has been affected severely by the COVID-19 pandemic, as we were last year, indeed. I think the difference, I would say, this year to last was that we were hoping in some way that the pandemic would ease in 2021, especially with certainly in the UK and elsewhere, mostly in the UK, US and Europe, the development of these vaccines and delivery of these vaccines. But that doesn't appear to have happened. As I speak now, the UK government keep having crisis meetings daily to decide whether they're going to put new restrictions on. So in response to this Omicron variant. So clearly the year has been and continues to be affected by COVID, which is overshadowed a lot of what we've had to do and what we have done. Having said that, despite the challenges that the charity has faced, I think we've had a strong year of delivery for our members and supporters. We started the year with our Fish and Marine Welfare Conference, which was, I'm pleased to say, a major success.
Yeah, indeed.
And then we've done various things since then. Of course, we've worked continue with our partners across Europe and further afield. We've seen the celebration of our Australian colleagues' 50th anniversary of that. Which
and congratulations to them. Yeah,
absolutely welcome to anyone in Australia who's viewing, and yeah, that was a great thing. And we did get some face-to-face work done. We managed to have our AGM and our award ceremony on site as well as on Zoom, what they call a hybrid. And we even managed to attend a couple of conferences and speak, one in the UK and even one overseas in France, in Paris, at the Jesuit University. So despite all the challenges, we've continued to do our work, and I'm pleased in that regard.
Of course, Catholic Concern for Animals has been going through a period of transition. You mentioned the Fish conference, and of course the chapter in the book that we did, and also kinds of other things related to fish welfare, for which we received a grant from Eurogroup for Animals to do that work. We going from transition. One of the transition problems for us as a small organisation is finding new sources of income, making sure our income streams are there in order to be able to do what we can do, particularly now as we are becoming more globally focused. So how are we looking in terms of our financial situation?
Well, as the chief executive, I can never get enough money. Be as blunt as that, Gerald, because there's always animals in need of our support.
Absolutely.
And we can never have enough money, frankly, to do the work we want to do. Now, traditionally, CCA has existed financially due to legacies, and we're very, very grateful for all the people who have left us money over the years. Without those legacies, we wouldn't really be able to function. Clearly, also, we get income from our members in terms of membership income and donations. We get donations from our supporters as well, and all that income is absolutely essential that we are able then to do what we do, and some of which we've just been talking about. But without wishing to put too fine a point on it, and I'm sure any chief executive would say exactly the same thing. We always need more money. There's always more we can do, that's no different for us than it is for anybody else. I would say we have a challenge in fundraising, because our colleagues in the animal advocacy, animal protection world, some of them are better known than us, to be frank.
Absolutely.
Are much bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfair to mention names, but I think people would guess who I'm talking about. And they attract money up very, and they deserve it, and they need it for the great work they do. But sometimes that means that we get overlooked when people are thinking of making a donation to an animal advocacy, animal protection organisation.
Mm. Of course, one of the things which has really burgeoned this year has been the YouTube channel, and we've kind of had a number of those groups that you've mentioned, groups who are involved in activity. I mean, from initially our second interview was with the Czech group Open Your Eyes with regard to fish welfare back a year ago, and also, you know, a lot of what we've done is help to promote those organisations, and also through things like the Phyllis Mary Trust as well, and the support they provide for organisations. And in terms of our relationship with delivery and our involvement with the groups that are involved in things like Eurogroup, World Federation for Animals, the United Nations, what can we look forward to in 2022, Chris?
Well, we do have good relationships and strong relationships with our colleagues in animal advocacy, animal protection, whether that is umbrella groups like Eurogroup, also the World Federation for Animals, which was formed this year, or indeed the United Nations, or our colleague organizations, you know, like the RSPCA, like Compassionate World Farming, many others. FIAPO in India comes to mind, many others. And we will continue to work with our colleagues. Now, for 2022, especially, we already have our plans, but we had our plans for 2021, and then they were affected by the pandemic. So I have plans for what we will do next year, COVID permitting, I think I have to say. Mm-hmm. Firstly, one of the first things in the year is that the United Nations Environment Assembly number 5, the big assembly meeting is due to be held in Nairobi, Kenya, the United Nations compound there. Now, we are planning to go, along with many others. Of course, who knows if that'll be possible? Who knows? Many trips that we had planned last year were cancelled. This would be a great shame. This is actually UNEA 5.2. We had 5.1 online this year, and then it was said, let's try and meet for the second half of the conference in face-to-face. But that's in February. Who knows? The UN are continuing to plan for it, but you know, who knows? So that's one early example. There will be many more, but they'll all be affected, I think, by the current situation regarding this pandemic, which, as far as I can see, has no intention of going away. I'm not a scientist by any means or a health professional, but it seems to be very successfully mutating itself into more and more variants, which are then more and more difficult to deal with it for whatever reason. So we will have our plans. We will try and meet our colleagues and work with our colleagues, but a lot of it, frankly, will depend on the state of the world in response to this ongoing crisis.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that another thing we need to say to people, of course, if they want to follow what we're doing, if they want to get involved, you can go to our website at www.catholic-animals.com and have a look at what we're doing and support us. I mean, you can become a member there, make a donation. And as Chris said, I mean, legacies are very important to us, have historically been very important to us. You know, if you can support the work we do, then we would very much welcome your support. We thank everybody for the support they've given us over the years. On the doorstep of a new year, Chris, we have, as I said, this is the birth of new hope, this celebration for Christians. Do you feel that there is new hope for animals in the years going forward?
Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely do. Animal protection, animal advocacy work is not easy, frankly, and sometimes it feels like you're pushing a big boulder up a mountain. But unlike some fables in history, we are getting the boulder further and further up. It doesn't keep rolling down when we get to the top. And I see progress all the time. I see progress in governmental decisions across the world. I see the growth of animal understanding amongst individuals. And what I'm also extremely confident about is the future from young people. A lot has been made of Generation Z, as they call it. And I take heart from people like Greta Thunberg. I take heart from, I don't take heart from the response you get from the establishment, whether it's at I mean, what happened to her at COP26, I thought was disgraceful.
Yes.
She was on the outside. She should have been on the inside giving speeches. I thought that was awful, frankly.
Yes.
But she and not only her, but thousands, hundreds of thousands, hopefully, of young people like her are the future, and they care about their environment. They care about animals as part of that care, and I see a great future for animals. You know, we're not going to solve all the problems that humans create for animals overnight. Certainly not even in my lifetime. But progress is being made. I see it all the time. It might seem small, but progress is being made. And if I look back on the 35 years I've spent working in this area, I do see major progress have been made. And it can continue to be made. So yes, I am hopeful.
Thank you for that, Chris. And if you're interested in what we're doing, then please come and join us. Please visit our website. Please follow what we are doing. Subscribe to the ARC. Make a donation so that we can continue doing what we're doing. Happy Christmas again to you, Chris.
Happy Christmas to you, Gerald, and happy Christmas to everyone.
Absolutely. Happy Christmas to you all out there. And we hope you all, as I said, have a fantastic 2022. And we hope we can take forward the relationship between humans and animals and make a better world for us all in the very near future. Thank you very much.